Hello everybody, GL1 here, and welcome to my online toy museum. And yesterday, after a long wait, I received in the mail my Transformers Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal from Takara Tomy, and boy am I glad that I ordered this. It came in this awesome cover box, and what I kept seeing in the stores was Optimus Primals that just really weren't that good. So, there was this guy here, and just very basic. I mean, has actually pretty good articulation, but just not very complicated and quick to transform. You just turn it around like this, and then boom, he's in robot mode. And actually, that is a really great idea on how to switch him very quickly. You just switch his feet around that way, and there you go. Just a great quick transformation so you can play quickly. And then they came out with this one, right? He's an ape. And you could see a lot of my reviews on Optimus Primals in several episodes. I have them episode going all the way back to 189 is my complete Optimus Primal review, which goes through Optimus Primals throughout the years, even more than just these. That's episode 189. And then 198, Optimus Primal Imposters. 2002, I did an episode on Beast Wars and went into it again. And then 226, Optimus Primal Beast Alliance, which are these fellas here. And even the little tiny one, this is a little Optimus Primal that turns into a gun, you see. And you can mount this on, you can mount a little gorilla on a bigger gorilla, right? Now he's got that. And this alligator opens up. You pull that open, you could see the head there, and then that mounts onto this guy. And then you push this down, get these legs out of the way, and then that comes off, and then that goes down, and then those become like warrior arms, and then this can become a shield, and the tail can come off. Oh, it flips up again. Just mount that back down, push that back, that snaps down there, and then this becomes a sword. Doesn't launch any missiles or anything, but all right. So these were okay, but I knew I wanted more. And as you could see from the back, what I have here over the years, this is the original 1996 Gorilla Optimus Primal, and then the anniversary edition 10 years later, and then this is the Masterpiece edition, just fantastic. And then around the same time as that, I ordered this third-party one, which is really just one of my favorite action figures of all time. It's just awesome. And then you have the Optimus Primal that doesn't transform, and then you have the slightly smaller transforming version of that. All of them great, right? But I was really excited when I saw that they were coming out with a high-end Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal. And inside that black box was this box. All right. So nicely packaged, and that's what he looks like. Fires missiles. They're not spring-loaded. They're push tension. Pop-up wrist lasers. And his swords can become one big, sort of like a two-headed staff sword. And then on the back, they show you what he looks like in robot mode, and then beast mode. He can even change his facial expression, and they have a really clever way of doing that. And yes, you can add the weapons to him, which is just great. I mean, they really allow you to do everything with this. And without further ado, here we go. So here he is. All right. And look at that face. Just really well made, well constructed. And what you'll see is it has similarities to many of these here. So, of course, you have the Masterpiece Edition here. You have the same similar swords to all of the editions, actually, and they mount on the back here very nicely. And the same thing with the Masterpiece Edition. They also mount on the back. And on the third party over here, they also mount the same way. So that's nice. The third party one actually can make also a staff sword. What it does is, instead of having the two swords linked together, you pull the blades out and attach them to this. You pull these chrome blades out and attach them to this staff here, which you can mount. And there you go. And then you can have yourself like say you can have like a halberd either as well. So you can just put, even if you just wanted to put one in. So, whoops. So you can see, so it's like that. And then you can just mount the other blade on the other side. Well, they kind of kept that idea alive. That's a third party, but Takara, it's not like they're in a vacuum. I think they responded to these ideas. And the wrist launchers, now you just push a button and boom, they pop up. Whereas on this guy here, there's just a little bit friction in there, and you just push here and then you pull on the other side, and there you go. Very similar, but really nice feature to have them spring loaded. You just push up right here on the bottom, and then boom, pops right up. And you can mount other weapons to that as well. And again, reminiscent of the 1996 Optimus Primal, where his forearm opens up. These are very sophisticated action figures, but you can hear me talk all about that. And then you have a launcher that actually launches missiles that they fit in his back here, and then you can put those and they'll actually spring-loaded launching missiles. And then this mace fits inside this forearm. So they're keeping up with that kind of idea. You have the hydraulics in the front of the feet to pull them up. You have that very well shown on the third-party version. You can see that not only are they visible, but they actually shift around. So I'm showing you all this because a lot of these ideas made it into this awesome version here, and I'm really pleased about that. So, and what also makes him great is he's easy to transform, and the swords are large. So here they are, and you can see they mount together. This gets very messy and everybody's falling over, but all right, so you can see that. Okay, all right. So what you got here is to transform him. Some of it's a little bit difficult and some of it's actually quite easy. Now, to change the chest around, like the very simple ones, like this, is it just pulls out. So that just pulls down, and then you can flip that around. It's almost difficult to choose which one you want. I mean, that's supposed to be for the gorilla mode, but there's not a whole lot of difference. I mean, the pecs are different, and the abs, you see the abs are different, but it's really nice the way it just flips around like that. And then this pulls open. You can get this stuff out of the way here. There's a little bit of difficulty with some of how you got to move some of this. You take the missiles out. Actually, I should have done that first. That makes it a little bit easier. Okay, and then that opens up. And then this pulls out, and then you can turn the head around. And then that fits in there. And you can see here's the other head, the robot head, and here are his launching missiles, and you could put those up. These fold up out of the way like this, and then you just use your fingers to try to push these up. What's nice on the 1996 one is you push a button and they flip out. And again, you could see that. I'll show you that. I can show you that now, but you see here they are, right? The shoulder missiles, they just flip down, lock down like this, spring-loaded. Just get that to clip in there. It's not cooperating. I don't know why. There. And then you push a button here, and they flip, and they push it again. And then there, flip out. So on this one, you manually move them into place, okay? And then you push the head up. Now this is the only thing that's difficult. Getting this squeezed together feels like you're going to break it. And I sure hope that it doesn't end up broken. But, oh, there we go. Actually, they went easily this time. Okay, and then that closes there. All right, and then you just take the feet, and then you turn the legs around, and then this flips down, and now he only has 3 toes though in the front, just like I was showing in that episode with the Fisher-Price Giants. But if you'll notice, let's see, he has 4, well, let's see. Oh, 3 toes on that gorilla. Ah, but there we go, 5 toes. 5 toes here, just like a gorilla should have. All right, well, you can't get everything. All right, so then there you go. And now he's in robot mode. All right, and then this which becomes his behind, and a gorilla flips around and then folds back. And then you push the missiles in here. Kind of move this out of the way. And then all you do is you just push those, and then there's, it's got that little plastic ball in there to just give it some tension so it'll kind of shoot off. All right, but here's what's really cool. This is how you can change the facial expression. Now on the Masterpiece Edition, this guy, when you want to change the face, you got to remember where you put the box. And then you change the face to the gorilla, the expression. This one, you just move it up and then turn it around. And then now his mouth is closed. He's got his war mask on. Isn't that awesome? And, all right, so you don't see the hydraulics in the feet any longer, okay? So I kind of missed that. I mean, you got the hydraulics on the Masterpiece and on, the third party, and then on the original, and that's all nice. But I guess he's just more armored this time. But what's great is the fingers. So other than, now the third party has the best fingers, okay? And this was a very expensive figure. So, you get what you pay for. But the third party one, I mean, it's got, look, you got individual fingers and knuckles and everything. It bends, the thumb moves, and even the thumb has a knuckle, that even bends. And that's unusual. I don't know if I ever see that, where the thumb actually bends. And the toes in the back, it even has, oh, well, here, you flip that around, you got your 4 toes, and look, you have your big toe even moves separately. And it has a knuckle. It can move separately with that. You see that? It actually has, I can try to show you. Oh, that's in the way. Okay, there. So you see that? There's even a knuckle there. So that bends too. So, I mean, the third party is, on a whole nother level. And the third party one, also the arms get longer in gorilla mode and the legs get shorter. They can fold up into themselves and get shorter to make it more gorilla or human-like proportion. And you see it's got the guns up on the shoulder too that just kind of flip out manually. There's a way to get the eyes to light up. You have to put batteries in there. All right. But, this one does a great job of having some great fingers too. You have not quite as much articulation, but look, you have quite a bit of a grip on the last 3 fingers, and then your index finger is separate with it can also bend separately. And that really allows him to hold on to his swords. Or in this case, you can just have it as one big double axe weapon. And you can just put that, whoops, well, alright, we'll just do it as a sword. Push that in there. Turn that around. And then he can grab onto that. And just really close his hand around it. You know, no pegging or anything like that. Just the hands are tight. You don't have to have like a little peg inside that holds it, and it just holds it quite well. And here, if you want to put like a crossbow, you know, this is the tiger, white tiger crossbow, and you can put that on his arm. And still, you know, right, launch that up. Actually, let's see, this is, all right, like that. And then you can put, is a big gorilla with a little gorilla blaster. And that, it actually will fit if you have it launched out. Yeah, it doesn't quite fit on there too well. It does, but it's a little bit not pegged in all the way. But what you can do is put it on a shoulder. So that's pretty cool. So he has a shoulder weapon. So that's great, because that's sort of Power Ranger-y, you know, where you can add all kinds of weapons all over the place. So anyway, just fantastic, isn't it? And it's heavy. It's a really good plastic. It goes back to sort of the old plastics of the early 2000s, all the Transformers from back then. And the Masterpiece one is also really nice, heavy plastic. But this was like $62, shipping $4. So Big Bad Toy Store, definitely worth it. You have the Beast insignia there, not you know, not an Autobot or a Decepticon. So all right, so there he is, and head just articulates really nicely. Shoulders, these can fan up a little bit, you know, give him kind of a broader, more intimidating look. Good articulation in the legs. You can hear it's got the clip joints with the spring. Actually, there's a little bit of a spring to it inside the ratchet, and then he can also twist. So he can get into some really good positions. So definitely worth it to save your money and not just get whatever's in the stores, but get something that really can make an impact on your shelf and your collection, you know, and just give you a lot of sort of Transformer action figure satisfaction that's easy to transform. Because I will tell you, the Masterpiece one is a little bit difficult. The third-party one can, the chest, this whole chest part here is difficult, and same with the arms and legs. Shortening them and lengthening them can be quite a challenge. This is definitely even easier, I'd say, than the original one, although the original ones are not that difficult. But just, you know, a great articulating, easy to transform Transformer with lots of features. So I think they really nailed it on this one. All right, so thanks for watching, and coming up next is going to be our monster truck race. You see that track in the back? Well, that's what we're going to use to race monster trucks and find out what's the fastest monster truck. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Take care.